upgrades.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to give you guys another anime show review. This is technically a series review because I'm going to be kind of letting you guys know my thoughts. I've seen the first 5 episodes of this season, and I am hooked. And I'm talking about Heavenly Delusion, or Tengoku Daimakyou. So the background of this is crazy because you got Kiruko and you got Maru. Maru is this blonde kid that looks like really laid back and seems like everything is cool in the world, but he can fight. He's got an ability, and his bodyguard is named Makuro. Makuro, in her own right, is a whole pound as well because she is a sharpshooter. She is intuitive, and at the same time, she has a very, very sad and destructive past. Now, each one of these individuals are trying to get to a location called heaven. We don't know what heaven is. We know tomatoes are connected to it, and it's supposed to be this kind of utopia kind of situation. But they are aimlessly trying to get there by any means necessary. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just ask you guys, if you have not seen the show, please do know I'm not going to leave any spoilers. And if you have seen the show, please don't leave any spoilers here because we're already 5 episodes in. English dubbed, I think it's about 7 episodes sub. So I'm only going to be overviewing kind of certain characters and what I think about the series as a whole. I really enjoy this. Off gate, the character designs to me reminded me of Akira. I can't even lie to you. I had to research this. I was like, why is this? Is this in the world of Akira? I don't think it is. But the creator, I'm gonna get his name wrong. I'm so sorry. Masakazu. I think he drew inspiration from the post-apocalyptic world of Akira. But truth be told, if they wanted to merge the two in, it would fit because what I've seen up until this point is one, both of these, this man and this woman are going around trying to find something in truth, like it looks like something terrible happened, like whether it was a bomb, whether it was an event. I'm not going to spoil it here, but like them weaving around certain characters and people, like you don't know who is dangerous. You don't know kind of what is going to happen. But I can tell you by the end of the first episode, the tone. Like it is gory at times, it is violent at times. From what I've seen so far, they've met and encountered some people that are pretty rough and pretty sick, but I haven't seen the worst of humanity just yet. But the thing is that offsets this is because both of them are dangerous in their own right. It sets the level tone a little bit. It's kind of like think of The Last of Us. Think of Joel and Tess, basically, if they were grown. Like that is the relationship, and that's the capability of both of these individuals. It's just that one of them seems like they're destined for something very special, and the other one is kind of put into a space that I don't even know if I've ever seen an anime character in. I want to go into details about it, but Kiruko's past, who she is, why she is the way she is, even down to how she's learned how to survive, is so tragic. When you get to the 3rd episode, you get the full backstory of their relationship with their sister, relationship with their past and their family. And it's so fascinating that I was thrown all the way off by it. Like when we got to that episode, I was like, okay, this series is amazing. I will tell you though, there's a dual storyline that's going on at the same exact time, because while they're in this post-apocalyptic situation, there's another group that what seems to be in a facility. One of the main characters there is named Tokyo, ironically, and they are a part of a group of kids, very extraordinary kids. Their capability physically, they're very intuitive. Like some of them actually seems like they have abilities, but you can tell something is very wrong because they've never seen the outside world, and they literally seem like they were born into this facility. So as Tokyo is slowly getting accustomed to understanding who they are, what they want, and also dealing with like facts of life. Like some of the kids are starting to feel things. They're dealing with puberty. They're starting to kiss. They're starting to long for other. They're starting to long for affection. While at the same time, I don't know what's more dangerous. Like, I'm trying to be careful how I say this. Maru and Kiruko's out in a post-apocalyptic world where monsters legitimately are eating people. There's a word for it, but I think it was like Kiruko. But man eaters are what they call them, and they're very good at killing man eaters. And their first encounter with one, they see in the very first and second episode, and how dangerous they can be, right? Like that, just seeing these monsters and kind of like how grotesque and um, messed up they are, easily puts us to a rated R rating, just from what I saw from the second episode. But where I said that I don't know what's more dangerous is being with them or in this facility, because I don't understand these kids. I don't understand the people that are housing them, and I also don't understand the motivation. And it feels so dangerous, and it seems at times claustrophobic, because I'm just waiting for it's like a ticking time bomb, and I really don't know what's more dangerous, being on the outside or being in there with them. And that's part of the reason why I love this show so far. Like the relationships aside, this is such a great animation. The animation and the delivery, like off the first episode, you're gonna be like, whoa, like the action scenes are on point. The character designs, like how they actually just function, is so good. And at the same time, like the storyline, once you get a relationship of Kiruko and Maru, and the relationships with Tokyo and her family, or their family. I don't know. I don't know what Tokyo is. I'm gonna leave that alone. But it makes it seem so fascinating because eventually the stories have to thread, and like when we look at Stranger Things, we know for a fact it's this. That's it. This show is a mixture of Stranger Things and The Last of Us, and a little bit of Promise Neverland, because the Promise Neverland it keeps coming to my head when it comes to this Drew is in this facility. But again, all those are great things because each one of those have great storylines. Each one of those have great character development, progression. It just happens to be this is a great animation as well. And so I'm gonna tell you to go and check it out. It's on Hulu right now, available. It's subbed and English dub. It'll come up as English for the ones that just want to watch it dub, but it'll come up naturally just in sub and Japanese animation. But for me, I don't have any faults with it because it's each episode ups the ante, of course, but it's not like I can distinguish each episode either. Like I think that I'm gonna try to go and review each episode each week, but I think that I'm gonna still maintain it to be like a 10 because nothing that I'm seeing is giving me like, oh wow, they're not taking care. Like even it seems like based on the manga, it seems very close to that. Like just from the look and the feel of it. I've not read the manga because I don't want to be spoiled. But I mean, it looks like a faithful adaptation. It's great animated. Like the score is great, the shots are great, the animation. I mean, the action is great, and the characters I'm slowly but surely like connecting with them in different levels. Like Tokyo, at this point in the 5th episode, they're starting to come into their own emotionally with what they're trying to do. Then like Kuriko, like in the 5th episode as well, like they're coming to a realization about something about themselves. And I found that very fascinating because, again, I can't spoil it here, but Kuriko is a very special character. And I don't think I've seen anything like that in an anime. And also, I don't know what the ramifications of it are. And I think that slowly but surely, the way that's being written, you're starting to see the ramifications of what happens to them and what that meant. What would that be like realistically, and how that would tear a person apart? Like, that happened against their will. But yeah, nah, go and check it out. Heaven's Delusion is a very fascinating anime. And again, I'm also looking at Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise is amazing as well. And so I want you to go and check out that as well. But two great animes, two for the price of one. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm ranting now. But you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, people. Falling off the top of